The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
Ephraim Shapiro's of his Gesundheit was amazing stories, and I love listening to the stories. He's such a tamim. The Yira Shamayim is mamish. It's plain on his face. He's unbelievable yid. So he tells a story that happened to him in Florida. He went with his wife to a particular restaurant, comes into the restaurant, and as they walk in, there's a group of people visiting from another country, Jewish group of ladies. And they were obviously very wealthy people. There are people, Florida, it's like Miami's the playland of a lot of these wealthy people. And they came in, they're Jewish, and they walk in the middle where they're berating the waiter. It's a waiter, he's a poor waiter, he's sitting there. And they're berating him, they're speaking Hebrew. They spoke Hebrew because maybe they're whatever it was, they're communicating Hebrew. And obviously the waiter was Israeli. And they are just washing the floor with him. You should know where we come from. We wouldn't pay 2 cents for a meal like this. You know, the cheese that's supposed to come is supposed to be much thicker. Where we come from, it's an inch thick. How do you have the chutzpah to serve like this? And they're just wiping the floor with the guy. The guy's standing there and doesn't say a word. Doesn't say a word. Okay? Doesn't say anything, goes back, talks to the management, whatever, tries to ameliorate the situation. After the customers leave, Rabbi Ephraim Shapiro turns to his wife and says, "Did you see that?" She said, "Yeah." He said, "You're always making speeches that if you ever see someone embarrassed in public, you should run over and ask them for a bracha." Run over to him, ask him for a bracha. He says, "Yeah, but he's like not religious." No, it doesn't make a difference. You always tell the story. So he said, "You're right." He goes over, he calls over the way, he says, "Habibi," comes over, he says, "Taseli tova, please, please do me a favor. Tivarechoti vatishti. Give me and my wife a bracha." And he told him for what? The guy looks at him and he says, you're a Rav, you're a rabbi, I'm a Chiloni, and you're asking me to give you a bracha? I know, you're making fun of me. He says, "No, I promise you, I could never be more sincere, and this is really what we need, and it was something which is very important. Please give me a bracha, because someone who was embarrassed and didn't respond upstairs is considered like the highest tzaddik, and you can give me a bracha. Please, don't waste it. Please, now." So he gave him a bracha. He gave him a bracha. They sit down, they have the meal. At the end of the meal, he gets the check, he pays the check, and as he goes out, he says to this guy, "Could you please give me a phone number?" He says, "Yeah." So he writes down, he asked Rabbi Shapiro to phone him, "Could you please give me a phone number?" He says, "Sure." And he gives him his phone number. He says, "Why do you want my number?" He said, "I want you to know, I left home. I stopped learning Torah when I was 7 years old. I'm 23 years old right now. And the fact that you cared so deeply about me, that you really respected me, and you really were insisting on my giving you a bracha, means that I've been missing so much all of these years. I'd like you to set me up with someone to learn." He was married to an Argentinian woman who was also not from at the time. The two of them have become Balei Tshuva, indistinguishable from anybody else in the community, and he says these are two of the main pillars of the North Miami community today. And of course, he didn't give the name. And every few months, he checks in with the chavrusi. He got them a chavrusa. Unbelievable story, right? Did he intend to make him frum? No, he wanted to get a bracha for himself. He was trying to serve himself. But in the act of showing this person respect, look at what occurred. Look at what transpired.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org.